is there is no striking in Jiu-Jitsu. Having said that, it is by no means softer. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was born out of basically a Japanese immigrant brought Japanese Jiu-Jitsu to Brazil in the 1930s, taught it to a family of Brazilians who basically just let it evolve. Since then, it has become very prominent across the world as a very effective martial art, having been tried and tested in the favelas of Brazil. And anyone who knows about those areas of Brazil, if you don't know what you're doing, it can get bad very quick. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has also, I guess, contributed to the rise and success of mixed martial arts. Even though we don't teach mixed martial arts in the shed, we do have guys who do compete and girls. But what we really like the Jiu-Jitsu for, and my love of Jiu-Jitsu, is the fact that it can be a very passive way to end a situation. The locks and the holds and the chokes of Jiu-Jitsu can also really be devastating if they're used in a self-defense situation. But they're also very good for the kids. Jiu-Jitsu is very good for the kids, that they can learn from an early age what their body is truly capable of doing, and they get very strong in their own bodies. You'll see a lot of the top Brazilian fighters or competitors have a very wiry, lean build, so they're very strong within their own bodies. It's also excellent for the girls. We have a lot of girls who train, some as young as 4 and 5. From a self-defense point of view for females and an anti-rape point of view, it's also excellent, because if they are very comfortable having someone on top of them, or very comfortable being down on the ground on their back, because Jiu-Jitsu does really prominently use the guard, which is the situation on their back, that is awesome for them, because if that situation ever arises from an anti-rape point of view, they're going to be very much more in control of what could happen. What Rory is doing now with Abby is some of our awareness drills, which may look a little bit fun, especially for you kids, but what it's really good for them is extra coordination, build strength. So from an early age, they're learning how to use their bodies and their whole bodies. Now the kids are just having to roll, so you'll see they do very sportsman start. They tap hands, have a bit of a play. Even though Jake, our white gi, is on the bottom, he is still very much in control, because he's using what's called his guard, which is a very prominent part of Jiu-Jitsu. Ryan's now got the mount position on top, and the major part of the Jiu-Jitsu is control. We have a lot of kids that train in our stand-up system, so our Muay Thai and our Zendo Kai, but then they also do Jiu-Jitsu as well. Because for me as a martial artist, and it hopefully feeds down to the kids, we try and make ourselves as complete as we can be. One thing that brought a lot of attention to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the 90s, when it really started to come of age in the States, was BJJ Blue Belts, which is the first adult rake, being able to submit world champion kickboxers. So that was a real thing that really got it some flair. So now we've got Abby, who's one of our juniors. Abby's 16 nearly, doing some self-defense stuff. So as you can see, she's not working on striking or beating Dave to a pulp, because he'd probably cry. She's working on just getting control, working on a lock or a hold, coming down. If anyone has any questions for us at all, we'll be here for another 5 minutes or so. We're also over in the tuck shop stall doing the kids' food all day, so by all means, stop in. So as we said, even though Abby's on the bottom, she's really got control, and she's using her arm bars. So if you see Dave does the tap, so Dave does the tap to submit, to say, please stop, that's hurting me, which we teach all our kids to do, and to make sure they do it. But in a self-defense situation, there would be no tap. Abby would just do a fair bit of damage to Dave's arm, and hopefully get out of there in one piece.
3 gold to the tree, 3 gold to the tree. Your actors next on stage, 3 gold.
Well done, Abby. He needs that arm for work tomorrow. Just got a couple more things. So Jake's doing just a basic choke. Good. So now Jake and Rory are just having a free roll. You'll notice Jake, as we said, he's really using his feet. So from a coordination point of view, the Jiu-Jitsu is awesome because it does teach the kids to use their feet like there's just another set of arms. So it really does put things into perspective from an early age. And we have had kids start martial arts and then evolve to be really good at other sports, and we're going to take the credit for that, increasing their coordination. A couple more minutes, Dave. About one more minute.
Okay, mums and dads, if you've got a year 3 gold boy or girl, you need to get them to the tree at the front of the school. They're about to go on stage.
Good work, Rory. Keep rolling. So these guys are just doing one more roll and then we're going to call it quits. Alright, Jake, go easy on her. So Abby has been with us for, I think, nearly 5 years. About 3 years. She's just that good, I don't know. Abby also is involved in our junior coaching program, so she takes privates for some of our kids as well, which again, once the kids get a nice understanding, we do encourage them to be involved from a teaching perspective as well, because it's one thing to do it, but it's another thing to teach it. Awesome. That's great. Thanks, kids. Guys, we'd like to thank you for watching. Give those kids a clap.
Okay, put your hands together for Chikara.
It's Chikara, but that's okay. All right. Thank you very much for watching. We're available all day. Go buy a hot dog. Thank you.